Earlier when we started learning CSS, we learned to assign font style and size to the text content. There are number of font properties that one can define. These font properties are font style, font variant, font weight, font size and line height, and font family. You can style your text by defining value of each of these properties as we did in previous example. There is another way of defining all these properties in one go. It's called font shorthand. The font shorthand property allows you to set all the font properties in one declaration. As mentioned earlier, you can set value of font style, font variant, font weight, font size and line height, and font family, and in that order. The font size and font family is mandatory. Let us see how can we use font shorthand property. Let us go back to our code. I would like to use font shorthand property on content within H4 container. Let us open our style sheet. We are not using any particular styling for H4 container. You would see that we are styling our sheet using body selector. Since the content I plan to apply text styling is within H4 container, I will add H4 selector. This is how we will add the style statement. Let me explain what this piece of code means. Italic is value of font style. It can take number of values such as normal, oblique, italic, inherit, etc. You may choose to skip it, and the default value, that is normal, will be assigned. Next, small caps is value of font variant. It can take values such as normal, small caps, inherit, etc. In this case, we are using small caps, so all the text this styling is applied on will be displayed in lowercase. Again, you may skip specifying this value and normal would be assigned by default. Next value you see is for font weight. It can take values such as normal, lighter, light, bold, bolder, inherit, etc. Just like font style and font variant, you may skip mentioning its value and default will be assigned. Next value is font size. We have mentioned it to be 28 pixel. If you are using font shorthand property, you must define value of font size property. You may also define line height by adding a forward slash next to value of font size. You can mention line height in pixels. Arial, sans serif that you see is value for font type. You must have noted that we are mentioning two values here and they are separated by a comma. Here, if browser is not able to display the content in Arial, it will display the text content in sans serif. And if even sans serif is not available, it will show the text in the default browser font. You may mention as many font type as you wish. All you have to do is separate all of them by comma. Let us see the output of our HTML file. You would see that the styling that we defined for H4 selector is applied on that text. Applying font shorthand property saves you writing few words of text, but often it could be difficult to remember the order. One wrong mention of the value could mean that you would end up styling your text differently. We recommend you avoid usage of font shorthand property and explicitly mention each property value as we have done in earlier examples. I do not plan to use this styling for H4 container. Therefore, I will remove this CSS property that I have added. In this lesson, we learned how to use font shorthand property.